Dark Destinations, an ongoing investigation into the shadowy corners of the globe where our haunted past meets our startling future. Episode 6, Santa Carla.
Oh yeah, spinner of yarns, spinner of wax. Spin that dial to me, sit back and relax. You're listening to Johnny Corkscrew here on KNLD. But they're not, are they? Guess I need a new intro, huh, Terry? Why are you waving me off? You can talk, you know. How about this? You're listening to KNLD, where the robot revolution has begun. Bow down to your pre-programmed marketing-tested overlords. Are you looking for a DJ to guide you musically in directions you didn't even know you wanted? Tough titty. From now on, you swallow what corporate rock has decided you need to consume. Right, Terry?
Hey, leave me out of it.
Sorry, man. I just don't know what the hell they're thinking. Either fire me or let me out of my contract. I can go find a station that needs on-air talent. I mean, a field piece? I'm not a reporter. You know, I only have a journalism degree because there wasn't a play records, get famous, and do blow-off a hot chicks course at SC. What about you, Terry? You consider yourself a journalist?
Stop. I'm not on-air talent, John. Quite frankly, I'm excited to be out of the engineering booth.
How's the sound? Is it okay? Considering we're flying up PCH with the microphone clipped to my visor?
Everything sounds good when I record it. It'd sound better if you'd stop bitching and actually do the assignment.
You know, you were right. No one wants to hear from you.
You know I'm your producer, right?
Shh, Terry, please. Talent is talking now. Santa Carla Field Piece, take 1. Listen up. It is September the 15th, 1979. I'm Johnny Corkscrew, your newly minted roving reporter. I'm driving the next 7 hours up the Pacific Coast Highway. It is a little after 2 a.m., so no traffic. Just moonlight on dappled ocean to my left, canyon bluffs looming up to the right, and a ceaseless ribbon of twisting, curving flat top ahead. And at its end, I'm going to be telling you about a joyful spot that's soon to be a memory. Good to know I'm not the only thing being left behind in the name of progress. Now I'm going to be tuning my radio over to KDVL because they've always played better music than us.
Johnny?
You can just cut that last part out, Mr. Producer.
Here come the 80s. Join us in celebrating the coming decade all season long.
When you think back to childhood, it's usually the happy memories that spring to mind. A mental and emotional kind of editing worthy of the Reader's Digest. Birthday parties, endless summer days, first love. But if you were lucky enough to grow up near an amusement park, I'm going to guess that those are the images you see when you close your eyes. Prowling their grounds, hot dogs and cotton candy, games of chance, and the rides. Thrilling, dizzying, and at times genuinely frightful. Now these parks come in all shapes and sizes. Water parks, historical parks, theme parks. And they're each incredible in their own ways. But there's something special about a boardwalk. I mean, there's a reason it's the top dog in Monopoly. A terrific blend of all the man-made fun you can handle and all the genuine splendor that nature has to offer. The eastern seaboard has scores of them up and down the coast, dating back to the mid-19th century in some places. Here in California, we've only got a handful. Venice, Playland up in Frisco, and the one I'm standing on right now. The Santa Carla Boardwalk has been in operation since 1906. Kind of a bummer of a year, what with the earthquake up in San Francisco that shook so hard here it knocked down nearly every chimney in town and demolished a courthouse and the opulent summer destination for the rich, the Atlantis Hotel over on Hudson's Bluff. The courthouse is recovered. The Atlantis, swallowed up by the rocky coastline, not so much. But aside of some cosmetic damage, the boardwalk persisted. Not only survived, but thrived. And for the next 60 years, it would delight generations of Californians seeking solace from the summer heat and distraction from tumultuous reality. But like everything in these dwindling days of the 20th
Vampires
century,
everywhere.
the demand for such novelty is fading.
Destroy all vampires.
As surely as the sun will dip and fade behind the ocean that fronts the boardwalk, dragging down night, perhaps forever.
Had a blast of wind there at the end.
Yeah, and some lunatic was yelling about vampires. Sound good otherwise?
Surprisingly good.
You think I might have a future in radio? Don't hand signal me, Terry. Where do you want me to start from?
The earthquake?
Radio men from Mars.
That's us. How are you, old-timer?
Old. Martians are rude.
Honesty above feeling. That's the Martian code, Gramps.
Pissant.
We should interview him.
No.
Yeah, you should interview me.
I think we've got enough interviews for the day. Sorry, man. You understand.
I once knocked Mickey Rooney flat on his ass. Right over there.
Of course, we still have a bit of tape, right, Terry? Okay, Boardwalk interview, September 15th, 1979, Johnny Corkscrew, and what's your name?
Most people around town just call me Pops.
Groovy. Pops interview, take one. So, are you a Santa Carla resident?
Born and raised. Lived my whole life here. Raised up a family of my own here, too.
I'm assuming you came to the Boardwalk a lot.
Did. Lots of good memories of the place.
So, are you sad to hear that this might be the last season?
Not at all. Glad to see it go.
What about all those memories?
Still got them. And I'd prefer to keep them unsullied. Which is a mighty chore these days. There's a bad element taking root here. And nobody gives a damn.
Those hippie kids are terrible.
Are you ridiculing me, son? I don't have any issue with them flower kids. My own daughter was one of them. Hippie kids won't beat you up and leave you half dead just for the fun of it.
Is that what Mickey Rooney did to you?
That was off the boardwalk, years ago, over at the amphitheater. And no, he never laid a hand on me. He was gruff to my girl. And I laid him out flat. That's the whole story. And if you're gonna be flipped, I guess I don't have much else to say to you.
That was flip. I apologize. So, no other matinee idols have taken up residence and are causing trouble here on the boardwalk? Dick Powell isn't shaking down kids behind the tilt-a-whirl? I swear I saw George Raft pull a switchblade on a tourist from Fresno.
To hell with you. You'll be laughing out of the other side of your face when you realize just how close you are already. Good luck with your radio piece, Martian. Make sure you hang around till sundown, won't you?
Only if you'll be here.
I'll be safe at home, laughing at you. Hang around here? I'm no fool.
Clearly I am. Wow. Let's interview him. What a great suggestion. Keep them coming, Terry.
Okay, how about you behave like a professional? It all makes sense now. Management taking you off the air.
Was that an insult? It's as stupid as your instincts. If they had a problem with me interacting with others, why on God's green earth would they pull me out of a solitary situation and send me out in the field to talk to people? This is going to sound like I'm goofing on you, but I assure you I am not. You are going to go very far in this industry.
Could be they sent you away because you're a drag to have around.
It's another deep observation, thanks. What time is it?
Looking at 3:17.
Nope.
No, it is not Cerveza time. I'm not falling for that again.
Cerveza time. We're in Santa Carla. Do you have any idea per capita how many burned out hippies and druggies there are in this town? Throw a rock and you'll hit one. If anything, it's psilocybin time here in Santa Carla. That would be an excellent piece. You and me tripping so hard we leave our bodies as they're hurtling around on the roller coaster?
Absolutely not.
Well, a beer doesn't sound quite so awful now, does it? Come on. I saw a bar over near the merry-go-round. You'll see. It'll all just disappear.
I don't view the world as apocalyptically as you.
That's because you're like 10 years old. Life is a never-ending adventure for you. You've never once even contemplated riding off into the sunset. Because you're too busy galloping away from the sunrise. No Tomorrowland. That's where you live. But I'm here to tell you, everything fades. Especially if it's cool. When I was a kid, there were beatniks, man. Shadowy, mysterious, speaking a new language. Where'd they go? Bulldozed over like all the other big city beautiful bits of architecture. And what do we replace urban dread with? Suburban outrage. Hippies, Terry. By the thousands. Dirty and aimless, but you know what? Still cool. Still fun. Since then, it's been a cultural free-for-all. But now, in just a few months, this whole cool, crazy decade ends, and I guarantee you, cool is going down with it. Believe me, everything dies, and resurrection is a fairy tale.
Pardon me for butting in, but that's a very glib attitude, my friend.
Glib? That's me. I'm Barry Glib. Perhaps you're familiar with the musical stylings of my group, the Blee Gees.
You'll have to excuse him. He's drunk.
Drunk? We're drinking beer. It's like having sex in a dinghy. Fucking close to water.
That's funny. You should be on the radio.
There's a thought. I'm Johnny. The fetus paying the tab is Terry. You want something?
Nice to meet you. And no, I'm not.
It's a work expenditure. We're working.
I'm working. It's nearly dusk. I'm gonna have a look around out there. How about this be the last round?
And there he went. Running hard. Trying to beat the sunrise. And you are?
Ernesto Gancho, profesor.
Ooh, a prof. At the risk of offending you, Ernesto, I should confess I was never one much for academia.
Oh, that's astonishing.
Oh, he's a sharp prof. You must be a magnet for all the co-eds.
I'm sure it would be if I ever saw the inside of a classroom. Deadly boring stuff, teaching. Analysis has its merit, but it's limited. I prefer to work in the field.
The field? You teach soccer or something? Lacrosse coach?
I travel the country seeking out that which never dies. Myth and legend.
How's that pay?
Well enough to retain an assistant. That's him over there.
Oh, good-looking kid. Kind of square.
He is, but I can afford him full-time because I have grants from half a dozen universities, here and abroad.
So you and
Dave.
just tool around and talk to the locals about, like, the Bermuda Triangle and the Loch Ness Monster?
If we were in Scotland or Bermuda, we would. My focus is more purely on American folklore, even if it is derived in other countries. We're currently researching the Wendigo. It's a Native American hunger demon.
That sounds incredibly boring. I'm just goofing. Sounds cool.
Johnny, you should get out here.
His master's voice. Be right there. I'm sure this is going to be spectacular. You and Dave care to join us, Professor?
After my beer.
Of course! Tell me you didn't just want to watch the sunset together.
What? Look over there.
All I see is ocean.
I think he means there, standing over on the bluff.
Exactly. Who are you?
Terry, Dave, Terry. Dave works with the professor here.
Well, Dave's right. Look over on that bluff. See them? There's half a dozen people, all in black with big black hats. How can you miss them?
I see them. So what? Maybe Alice Cooper's playing this weekend.
Actually, I think the Doobie Brothers are playing.
Okay, so it's a bunch of depressed Doobie Brothers fans. Maybe the Living Theater opened up a West Coast branch. What do I care?
Because I was looking directly at that spot. 1 second it was empty, and the next they were there, like they just appeared.
Was it as soon as the sun dipped below the horizon?
Yeah.
Los Vigilantes Oscuros.
The what?
Dark Watchers.
Never heard of them.
A supernatural phenomenon, unique to the West Coast. Spectral figures who stand silent witness. They've been seen for centuries. First by the Chumash tribe, then Spanish settlers.
I'm looking at ghosts?
Possibly. No one knows for sure.
My point is, do you think those Halloween freaks are real or not?
Oh, they're real. Steinbeck wrote about them.
Legend has it they appear at times of great turmoil. If I had to guess, something very bad is about to occur in Santa Clara.
You guys are too much. That's a bunch of frat brothers who want to freak out the tourists. Whoa!
Did you see that?
Where the hell did they go? Are they supposed to do that, Professor?
Los Vigilantes Oscuros, my friend. Dark times are coming.
Are you seriously not going to talk about what we just saw?
I'm not talking about it. And no, I'm not talking about it.
Not good to keep frightening feelings all corked up inside.
Is this my friend Terry talking, or is it producer Terry?
I didn't think we were friends, and I don't think you're considering how cool those Dark Watchers could be for the piece.
Producer Terry. And we're not. Give me the mic. Are we recording?
Yep, in 3, 2...
Hey gang, Johnny Corkscrew will go to any lengths to bring his loyal listeners to where the action is at. Right now, I am seated comfortably aboard the Jewel in the Santa Carla Boardwalk Crown, the Gold Rush. It's a roller coaster that opened way back in 1924 and hasn't lost a bit of its luster. That clanking and rattling you hear is me being towed up the lift hill, headed for the first big drop, which is as good a time as any to discuss death. That's right. With this beautiful monument to terror facing its imminent demise, let's talk about the times it helped its riders into the great beyond. First one was opening day. It was the last ride of the night, in more ways than one. Some clown decided to stand up at the moment the cars went back under the superstructure, sending his head down onto the unsuspecting crowd below. That's a way better prize than a stuffed animal from the ring toss game. Since then, 27 others have met their maker on this beauty. They say it's perfectly safe now, though. We'll see. Whoa! I am truly sorry about your shoes and your pants. Oh man, I got your shirt too.
Stop talking about it, as long as the equipment is vomit-free.
You want to pack it in? Maybe start fresh tomorrow?
Of course I do. But we haven't gotten one clip of anyone who works here yet. It's just you yammering on about ancient history.
I'm sensing you're upset. So let's go get some recording done. How about the merry-go-round operator?
You know it's called a carousel.
Terry, my parents were carnies. I know what the goddamn spinning horse ride is called.
That explains a lot. But no, they've got that music blaring nonstop. The interview would be useless.
Tilt-a-whirl.
Same problem. As it is, I doubt any of the roller coaster stuff is going to be salvageable.
Games it is.
Interview? Me? No, I don't think I'm allowed to talk to anyone. Sorry. Good luck.
I've never been on the radio.
Great. You'll do it?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on, why not?
I don't think anyone else is going to think so either. It's closing time for games. You might want to get off the boardwalk.
Does that mean everything is closing?
Some of the rides stay open late, but I gotta go. Nice meeting you.
Okay, I'm done with crazy old men and ghosts and everything else for today.
I will soldier on in your absence.
Seriously?
I'm gonna keep going. Give me the recorder.
Are you going to puke on it?
Not a drop. Trust me. I think you were right about the Dark Watchers angle. Maybe some other locals have seen them.
There you go. See, I'm not just an engineer. I have good producing ideas. That being said, please don't record near the carousel. All the tape will be worthless.
Gotcha. Carousel is off limits. Hey gang, Johnny Corkscrew again. I survived the Gold Rush and now I'm taking it a bit slower here at the Santa Carla Carousel. Odd that the ride most associated with children is the one that closes last on the boardwalk, but here we are. The ride operator is as uncooperative as all the games people, so I'm going to try and talk to some of my fellow equestrian enthusiasts. There's way more people here than you'd expect. Just the same, I think I'm going to skip talking to the group of punkers in the corner. Too scary. There are a couple of biker mamas on horseback currently, but I got to look at their old men when I came in here. And I like my face arranged the way it is currently. So that leaves the dreaded task of talking to that pretty young lady who's chosen to ride the stationary stallion side saddle. If I can get her attention. Excuse me. Hi. Mind if I join you?
The field's wide open. Anybody's race.
Mounting a horse. Take one.
Not much of a strap hanger.
A what?
It's what you're not.
So, are you a local?
You braved crossing a field of galloping horses to ask me that.
I wanted to know if I could interview you.
That explains how you're half machine. You're a recorder. So you're press. How exciting.
I'm taking that as a yes.
You want to know something strange? I despise human interaction. This carousel is as close as I usually get to human beings. It's something about tonight.
That's a yes. You mind if we do it outside? The music. Way too loud. The tape will be unlistenable.
It's not going to make a difference, but I'm bored with this ride. Follow me.
Right on. Whoa, girl, whoa. How far are we going?
So you're a reporter, huh?
The unwilling kind.
From the look of you, I'll guess it's not television.
No, I got a face made for radio.
I adore wireless. Do you work for KAB? It's all I listen to. They start broadcasting at sunset.
No, I'm based out of LA. I'm a disc jockey.
Horses? Discs? No end to your jockey abilities.
Yeah, but I'm a failure at both. Well, not failed, just replaced. My station's automating. Who needs that human touch when a robot jock can play everything they want you to buy?
And now they have you gad-flying about, pestering the masses.
Yeah, with a nostalgia piece. Death of the boardwalk, death of fun. It's a drag not being in the studio. But I'm warming up a little bit. It allows me to talk to some interesting and beautiful people.
Flatterer.
You know you're both. And as my grandfather used to say, false modesty is the same as pride. Johnny Corkscrew, Santa Carla interview... What's your name?
Lily.
Santa Carla interview Lily. So, what's your story?
How much tape do you have?
Miles.
Not nearly enough.
Santa Carla is a weird town, Lily, but you have to be the weirdest inhabitant.
I know I am, but why do you say that?
You look like you're 21, tops. But the way you talk reminds me of my grandma. I keep expecting you to start belting out a big band tune.
That was a fine era. Hopeful.
See? Everything that comes out of your mouth.
That generation are children to me.
God, you just don't stop. I like it. I mean, commitment. So, you never answered me back there. Are you a Santa Carla resident?
I've spent every summer here in Santa Carla for 73 years now. Before that, a few decades in a town called Slaughter. Beyond that was the geometric beauty of Chicago for nearly half a century.
I knew it! You're on acid. I've heard they still have a supply of Owlsley in liquid form up here. How many drops did you swallow? And, more importantly, do you have any more?
I cannot die, Johnny.
Uh-huh. You're immortal. Gotcha. And you're just now choosing to reveal yourself to the world?
Now answer a question for me. Is this your calling?
Radio? Yeah.
This, tonight, here on a beach, interviewing me. This is what you're meant for?
No, I ought to be spinning fat stacks of wax and drinking top-shelf margaritas with rock stars.
But you've been forced from that path before you'd even reached your destination. That breaks my heart. I have seen and done and felt and experienced every facet of this life that even vaguely interested me. And with all the time to ponder, I've learned a valuable truth. There's never enough time. Never enough life.
That is perfect. That's going to cut into the story like gangbusters, I guess you'd say. Boy, this story just keeps on changing. At first, I thought it was going to be some heartwarming hanky fest, sounds of rides and cotton candy. And then Terry had this crackpot notion that we should focus on the Dark Watchers, which is a dead end. But now I'm thinking, this could be deep, like award-winning.
Dark Watchers?
Yeah, it's dumb. We saw a bunch of freaks out on the bluff earlier.
Black cloaks? Wide-brim hats? Staring silently?
Yeah, some professor told us about them. I'm sure you've seen them. You have any idea who those jokers are?
Callan!
What? Ah, what the... Where were you hiding?
Yes, Princess.
Princess?
Where are the others?
I haven't a clue where Porik is, but Jadwiga and Dante had an altercation with our new friends. They're back at the Atlantis.
The old hotel? What? I do my research.
Have you chosen a new familiar?
Maybe. Ignore him.
The Atlantis is compromised. I would strongly urge once again that we vacate for something safer.
We have bigger problems.
Than annihilation.
Los Vigilantes Oscuros.
Here. We're too far south.
This very afternoon. Here. I'll see you around, Johnny. But if you're smart, you'll leave immediately.
What? You're going? Wait, what? Why did he call you princess?
Let me pull him apart.
Slow down, big man.
For now, Johnny, keep vigilant. There's more than the end of fun at play here in Santa Carla.
You sure you don't want me to follow you?
I would enjoy watching you try.
What the hell is happening? Is everyone here tripping on hallucinogens? Including me? Okay. I'll see you around. I'll be at the bar. Santa Carla, man.
Sure I can't call you a cab or something. Smells like it's gonna rain.
Nah, it's walkable. Thanks for putting up with me past last call.
Let me give you a ride.
Not necessary, barkeep.
Suit yourself. Just walk fast, okay? If anyone says anything, you ignore them and keep walking.
Gotcha. No chit-chat, just pitter-pat.
Good man.
I don't know about that. Oh, come on. Don't rain. Bad enough everything east of the boardwalk is uphill. Now let's make it all slick. Hello? Anyone there? No need to get jumpy. Just a few more blocks. Hello? Glad you're having fun, punk. I'm a priest, just so you know. Wouldn't hurt a man of the cloth now, would you?
Where's your collar, priest?
Back at the hotel. I'm just gonna run along and grab it. Or not. I don't need it.
Needs. Everyone's so obsessed with their needs. Take heart in the knowledge that soon you'll never want for anything ever again.
Your eyes! What the hell are you? Oh, Lily. She must be one of you. You know her, Lily? And, Kalyan? They're friends of mine.
No friends of mine.
You don't have to do this.
You're right. I need to.
Let go! No!
Black Night Creature! He's no priest, but I am.
You don't want to use that.
Look at the cross. See your holy destruction. Back! Johnny, get behind me!
Holy man with a little cross. My eyes are closed now, priest, but I can hear you, and I'll find you. You and your useless cross. When I get my hands on you, I'll kill you slow.
Yes. Follow my voice. Sancta Maria,
What are you doing?
Mater Domi Nostri,
Stop!
ora pro nobis spectatoribus,
Burn!
nun init ora mostri nostra.
Vampires.
Yes.
What did you do to him?
He was covered in rainwater. I blessed it.
Are we safe?
Momentarily.
Good. I'm gonna pass out.
This episode of Dark Destinations was written and produced by Father Malone and featured performances by Antonio Lepore, Harris Porter, Dakota Sky, Matt Chaffee-Rudin, Chris Stashu, and Drew Bedau. Music by HP Music. Until next time, may all your journeys lead to dark destinations.